Families cherish their loving pets. They can look us right in the eye. Since we all want the best care for their pets, we have great news. Our ability to offer patients a path to healing while growing our practice is moving forward. Vets have a lot to offer now more than ever. Our patients can have a simple and highly effective treatment using oxygen. Adding a Sechrist hyperbaric chamber to the neurological, polytrauma, and the other advances in our practice gives us the ability to provide a true total wellness treatment plan. And the payback period, path to owning the device, and costs to families are all quite reasonable. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, or HBO, has for many years created a much-needed boost to healing for human patients, and even includes chronic wounds.
I couldn't imagine not having a hyperbaric chamber in the practice now. We perform a lot of neurological surgery here at Southpaws, and the differences that we've seen in the outcomes and how fast we can bring our patients back to being able to walk has been pretty dramatic.
Stimulating the regeneration of tissue at a cellular level, patients simply breathe in 100% oxygen at an increased pressure.
When we use hyperbaric oxygen, we're forcing more oxygen into the plasma so that that oxygen can reach tissues that have a poor blood supply or have a lot of swelling or reaction around them. And so we're able to heal those tissues faster by putting them in the chamber.
Did you know that oxygen is one of the 4 fundamental elements of healing? Oxygen, moisture, circulation, and nutrition are the drivers that help all animals to heal, including we humans. Now, one of these 4 critical elements of healing, oxygen, is available here at the local veterinarian. Powerful therapy and at a reasonable price.
My 4-year-old golden retriever, Samson, uncharacteristically bolted on me one day when I was putting it in my truck. We live on a few acres, and he went out to the road and got hit by a vehicle. Ironically, what happened, he had neuropathy in the feet, in his left rear toe. He started chewing it. Chewed it almost down to, you could see the bone. So we had to bring him back in and wrap it, and that was a blessing in disguise because we did additional HBOT treatments. And the HBOT is a miracle.
Today, we are blessed to share some time with the professionals at one of the busiest veterinary centers in the country, Southpaws Veterinary Surgical Specialists in Mandeville, Louisiana. The medical team consists of dedicated veterinarians and staff who provide unbeatable service to local families and their pets alike.
After practicing almost 16, 17 years without it, and then having it for the last 4 years, we've seen really huge changes in some of the everyday surgeries that we do here in this hospital. And what we've seen is faster recoveries, less pain, the patients are more comfortable, the owners are happier, there's less bruising and swelling at their surgery sites. And so overall, it's kind of given us a total wellness plan for treating our patients. After doing it for about a year and seeing the changes that it made in our patients day to day, it was pretty easy to take the next step and really plow into it. Some of the major benefits of hyperbaric oxygen are things like improved collagen and fibroblast activity in wounds, neoangiogenesis, which is basically new blood vessels coming to the wound, which are critical, especially in some of these major injuries. Reperfusion injury and inflammation. Hyperbarics does a great job of blocking a lot of the inflammatory process, but also blocking reperfusion injury. It also has a great synergism with antibiotics. We can have a really impactful antibiotic, one that can really penetrate and kill bacteria quickly. The best candidate for hyperbarics, and I make this really simple for most of my clients and my referring veterinarians, is think, is there an inflammatory process? Is there reperfusion injury that can occur in the patient? And so many of the disease processes we see, things like gastric dilatation volvulus, intervertebral disc disease, bad traumas and crush injuries, dog bite wounds, all these types of specific injuries all have a specific inflammatory response and reperfusion injury that occurs. And so they really are the great cases to add as an adjunctive treatment to what we're already doing.
I took Alice to our vet in New Orleans, and they recommended Southpaws and hyperbaric oxygen therapy for Alice. At her old age, we didn't want to do anything invasive, but we did want to see if we could treat her physical injury. 6 weeks later, Alice is doing so well. Her movement has returned, almost full range of motion. She's still a little creaky, but at 21 years old, she's doing great.
Healthcare is a dynamic that is rapidly changing. Veterinary medicine has benefited from those advancements. Oxygen therapy is the core for many indications. It instigates healing, and that's where Seacrest comes in.
This is a phenomenal chamber. It's been a great upgrade for us. We can treat multiple patients. We can put really large dogs like a Newfoundland or a Great Dane in here with no problem. In terms of the smaller dogs, we can fit up to 4 small back dogs at a time to treat, so it's really enhanced the efficiency of what we're able to do here.
Once we have the animal inside, the chamber is very simple to operate. You simply dial a gauge to the pressure you want the animal to go to, and the chamber follows that set pressure. Once they're at pressure, the chamber just ventilates, so you have a nice flow, smooth flow of oxygen going through. We monitor the O2% inside the chambers. We can monitor the temperature, the humidity, and also the carbon dioxide levels inside at all times.
My relationship between me and Seacrest has been incredible. Barry has been wonderful to work with. He's a wonderful person, a genuine person. And the good thing is that I've been able to kind of contribute to the veterinary medical side of things, and Barry's able to work the technical aspects of the chamber. And so the two together, we can really come up with some great plans to be able to help veterinarians and treat more and more patients.
Let Seacrest professional staff show you how easy it is to install and actually own a hyperbaric oxygen chamber in your facility. We can show you how to market the availability of HBO and create referrals to build your business.
There's a couple ways that veterinarians can get involved and kind of test the water with hyperbarics. One is a pay-per-use plan, which is great if you don't have that capital to put out initially. It allows you to pay per treatment and you don't have any upfront costs, which is really nice. Especially if you're a new practice or a smaller practice and you kind of need to gauge how well it will do for you. The better option in my mind is really to buy the chamber outright. In terms of being a profit center for the practice, it makes a lot more sense to own the chamber outright and to be able to do the treatments.
Your path to ownership can be a predictable one. Hyperbaric is real, accessible, and a valuable tool in any veterinary practice.
It's a piece of the puzzle. It's a part of the total wellness approach, whether it be the surgery, the hyperbarics, the rehabilitation, all of those things play a part in the patient's recovery. And we've just seen better, faster, stronger recoveries. I always use the old saying, heal, regenerate, restore. That's what hyperbarics does for us.
Seacrest is the anchor in the evolving field of hyperbaric medicine. For 45 years, we have set the standard in design and development and build the most reliable state-of-the-art hyperbaric oxygen chambers available anywhere. We are proud to assist so many veterinary centers like Southpaws. Because every Seacrest oxygen chamber will provide much-needed therapy to thousands of patients, we pay attention to every detail. Our entire staff is focused on service, education, and quality.